Good morning, love bugs, and happy Monday. I wanted to come on here because we needed to talk about some folks because we're not looking like one band, one sound, both on the field, off the field, in the locker room, outside of the locker room. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Now, yesterday's performance by the Cleveland Browns, by no stretch of the imagination, was it a good look? It wasn't. It wasn't. We were not hitting on all cylinders. We were not one band, one sound. We were not moving in fluidity. We were not moving in synchronicity. Again, it reverted back to looking like several individual players lining up, totally discombobulated and wondering, what are we supposed to do? What happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. The same thing that happens all the time when so said Kevin Stefanski can't have his way. He does what he does best. He has a narcissistic temper tantrum, and he executes this not only by his own hand on the field, but he has folks outside of his locker room that he utilizes to do that as well. So let's get into that. Starting with Mary Kay Cabot. Mary Kay Cabot has to be a master of divisive distraction and deconstruction, because one minute she says one thing and it looks like she is pro team, pro whatever is being put out there, in this case Shedeur Sanders being the quarterback, and then the next thing you know, she's talking about something else. We had 7 games where we had Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel was fully supported. He was permitted to do his job. There was no, I think maybe we should do this. No, all we continue to say is how undeveloped Shedeur Sanders was. But now that Shedeur Sanders is starting as a quarterback, now we want to talk about, we need to see more Dillon. And guess what happened? So she said it, and Kevin Stefanski did it. Some of you may have missed that little switcheroo that was out there on the field. Dillon Gabriel came in. But what is really telling about Dillon Gabriel coming in is he came in and had a score of 80-something. You didn't do anything, homeboy. You didn't do anything. Which further lets us know that this is, as everyone's been saying, scripted. It's fixed. It's not accurate. But I'll tell you why Kevin Stefanski did that. Because what he's unable to do at this point is stop the train that is going. What he's unable to do is stop Shedeur Sanders from being able to play. And since he can't do that, what he will do is he'll be disruptive. He'll create a situation where focus, alignment, communication, teamwork begins to dismantle and crumble. So you send Dillon Gabriel out there only to send Shedeur Sanders back out there to tell Dillon Gabriel, no, don't worry about it. I got it. You got to go back out. Okay, cool. So there is that. Now, we've been having an ongoing issue with Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy cannot catch balls. Or he doesn't want to. But the unmitigated gall for you, Jerry Jeudy. For you, Jerry Jeudy. You didn't have that much smoke for Dillon Gabriel. And Dillon Gabriel was busting y'all upside the heads with balls. Throwing balls all outside of wherever you are. Nowhere near you. He was throwing safeties. Did you have that same smoke for him? Don't worry about answering. It's a rhetorical question. Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. Because the job here is not for you to catch balls. The job for you, the job you've been given, is to be as disruptive as you possibly can to this progress. And do it however you have to do it. Yeah. Your little skip to my loo BS you did last week. Then on the sideline. First of all, let's not even talk about being a Cleveland Brown. Let's just talk about the fact that you're a black man in America. You get up and have to deal with the same shit Shedeur Sanders has to. You deal with the same politics, hypocrisy, racism that he does in this same very league. And you thought it a good look to get up in front of God, all 12 disciples, and the entire country and berate your rookie quarterback for your inadequacy, insufficiency, and incompetency as a wide receiver. You thought that was a good look. The level of unprofessionalism, and it's diabolical. It's diabolical. But you did that. Yes, you did. And you are now a certified ops. As they tell you in Los Costa Nostra. Now we turn our back on you. We turn our back on you. Yeah. Because that was utterly ridiculous. It was unnecessary. It was unwarranted. You have not been performing at all this season. At all. You lead the league in drop balls. So the audacity. The audacity. But I'm not done there. Because let's talk about what's going on outside. Dillon Gabriel, I need you to come to the front of the room, sweetheart. I'm talking directly to you. Now, I understand you were put in a situation you didn't ask for. Maybe you did know about it and you just been going along. But let Auntie help you out here, hun. I have said on several videos you need to get you another agent because everybody is not looking out for your interests. A lot of the people that's in the boat with you, you think they rowing for you and they actually poking holes because it ain't even about you. It's not designed about you. It was never about you. You were never included in this conversation. You got thrown in here and sprinkled in for decoration. That's what that was all about. I feel bad for you in that capacity. Now, you have opened up your mouth and you have put your butt and your boot in it every time you have done it. And I get it. You're young, you're ignorant, you don't know. Well, here, let me give you some game, pumpkin. You might want to get your camp together and you might want to start with that fiancé because unfortunately in this day and age, internet is forever. And any chance of you having any positive marketability or you being able to find somewhere to land where people are going to feel comfortable, not only with you, but your significant other, because she got a nasty habit of getting on the internet and disguising get ready with me's as forms of shooting slugs and shots. It is not okay for your spouse, your significant other, your girlfriend, your family, anybody else to get on the internet and start running off at the mouth, alluding to, insinuating, making videos about stuff that they don't like about your employer, and you still in a situation where your employer could hand you a pink slip. Now that's the realest shit I can give you, sir. She is a fiancée. She ain't the wife. But again, that ain't none of my business, how y'all get down and how y'all run what y'all do. But I'm here to tell you, sir, the same way that you be shooting them slugs, she now thinks she has the authority and permission to shoot slugs too. And this may end up biting you in the behind. Now, I ain't gonna hold you on that. I'm just letting you know. You might want to get your house together. Because you got a whole lot of stuff that's working against the grain. It is not Team Dillon Gabriel. Folks are manipulating and using you for their own personal gain. From your head coach on down to the potential wag you put a ring on her hand for. Now that's some real shit. I hope it hit home with you. Protect yourself, son. Protect yourself. And lastly, I'm going to say this. I don't like Kevin Stefanski, and I don't even know the man. His passive-aggressive microaggression, vitriol, his narcissistic temper tantrums, his inability to be a true leader and coach of this team. It is disgusting. It is disgusting. And the powers that be in Cleveland, I don't know. I don't work there. I don't read the books. I don't know how things go down. But I do know this. He is a pariah. A bacteria amoeba. Spreading his disease across that locker room. If you all have any chance of turning this program around and allowing Shedeur Sanders to lead y'all to the promised land, you're going to have to put your big girl and big boy drawers on and cut your ties with Kevin Stefanski and anybody else that subscribes to his way of thinking. All right, y'all. Forever and ever, protect your peace and your mental health.